Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to play Issa on Bind, and we'll start right here in front of showers when you are attacking. So first of all, before you are pushing and you wanna pick anyone into showers, you should always equip your double tap. As you can see, you have to press it before it is activated, so that then you can peek. You can also, if you are pushing showers, I would recommend you using your wall like this, so that way you can peek it and your teammates go with you and you can clear these showers. Of course, upon entering, it can be useful as well, however, usually those spots, either of these would be smoked, so that way it would not be such a problem. You can be trying to use your undercut like this, so that way anyone would be close or in the backside and who would be trying to hold you is gonna get vulnerable, and you can try to peek here. Preferably, you would go through shard, where you can use your wall like this, just so that way it blocks anyone who would be there and you can't see them. Or you can go from this side, which I would say is even better. You can use your vulnerability like that and just simply push it, and you won't have to really worry about anyone, since your teammates could push with it, and you would also try vulnerable anyone who would be here, so that way they would usually fall back. This undercut ability is especially useful when you are on pistol round, where you can be using, if you have planted on a just like that and trying to peek anyone right here, you can play aggressive, since your classic or your ghost even would turn into sheriff and you would two body shot pretty much anyone without armor, so it's really worth it. You can use this ult pretty much anywhere on it. As you can see, it has a far reach, so that way if you would be ulted, for example, from quite a safe spot like this, no distractions, you can get anyone in here, and even if you die, usually your teammates can push with the ult, and then they can kill anyone who would be taken away with you. Or on the other hand, your sage can rest you in a safe spot. You can use this also if the enemies are trying to defuse, so that way you can pick them off the spike and try to stall for a bit, which can win you a lot of time. Right here on B, you can use your undercut the same way as you would use his paranoia. So by simply doing this, it would once again hit anyone who would be here. You can very simply ping those two spots, so that way you know that you've hit them. And you wanna aim in the middle of this hallway, so that way anyone in here is usually gonna be vulnerable. If you would want to push through here, just simply use it like this. One of the things that you can be also trying to do, if you have a race on your team, you can use your vulnerable at this spot, so that way she can also throw there her nade, and anyone on the backside would be a free kill if she lands the nade here. You can use this with other nades as well, for example KO or Viper Brim and others. The same thing is gonna work right here if you are pushing from long. Very simply equip this, use your wall, you can stun these corners and your teammates can be starting to push with you, so that way anyone would be either side. Just simply do this and you can still try to go in. Your teammates would smoke these two spots, so that way you could enter. Would have a flash somewhere or Sova dart, so that way you can enter and try to get a free kill on anyone there. You can also try to ult anyone offside from anywhere, either long or quite deep from hookah as well, or even further, as you can see. For example, right here, if you have the info of anyone who's playing there, you can try to pick them off the side and try to enter in the meantime. Now let's move on to defending, when I think Issa can work very well, especially in these lamps, where you can be using your undercut right here. You can be using it even at the beginning of the round, so that way your race can nade this, or just very simply at the first round, where you can just cast this and peek it. Anyone here would be very quickly vulnerable, and you can get a free kill on them. You can be trying to even play aggressive in showers. If you have a Sky on your team, you can send this wall, she can flash through it, and then you can peek behind it. It would be super easy to get kills like that if you have a Sky on your team. The same thing you can do in here as well, by simply waiting for enemies and then peeking it once again. Of course, you can be even playing for some safe kills and let the enemies plant, so that way if they are planting, simply you use your undercut there or from any other spot, as you can see, since it reaches there perfectly, and you can race nade this or do it at the other spots. If you have your ult, you can either try to use it early on in the round since it reaches all the way into the link, just like that, and you are in a decently safe spot in here. Or you can be using it when the enemies are planting. You can try to, if you are in a 2v1 situation, you can pick him up off the spike and try to either stall the plant or get a kill on anyone who's planting. Once again, the same thing that I showed you on A works on B as well. What I like to do is usually I would stand backside, use my undercut here, and you can spam this spot so that way anyone in here would be a free kill. Usually for enemies it would be quite difficult to react since you have a lot of time to do this, and they would get vulnerable as soon as you start shooting, so you can get your kills quite quickly right here. The same thing you can do on long. You can be either playing for your teammate, who you can be supporting, who he can flash for him, so you can vulnerable them, and he would get a lot of kills by doing this simple thing. At the beginning of the round, you can be also trying to do stuff like this, so that way you would have your Sky or someone try to flash through this, and you can try to kill anyone who would be behind the wall. You can use a lot of these super well when you are taking sites, either on B or on A. You can be using your wall, for example, like this, so that way you block off this area and you can make good backside, while also using your other abilities.
Show me a target.
So it would look like this. Very simple, and you can try to peek other spots. Usually your teammates would go with you for these retakes since the wall covers you for only a short period of a time. Right here on short, you can be using your high penetration gun in these spots, and you can be wall banging through this wall, anyone on short. So it would look like this. As you can see, you just simply, you can even ping at the beginning of the round, so that way you know where to shoot. You're vulnerable, and you can wall bang through these spots, and it would get you a free kills on anyone who would be close to pushing. Of course, you should be careful since enemies can be quite close at this point, and they can flank you from this spot, so have that in mind if you want to try to do this. And the same thing works for this box. If the enemies decide to plant there, just simply shoot there your util, and as you can see, these bullets would go through and you can kill anyone who'd be planted in here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and see you guys soon. Bye!